Thank you very much. So this is the which one? Well, thank you very much, and good morning again, everybody. I've counted them; there are 92 in this tent now, and I know so many others are actually engaged in the discussions and or have sent apologies because they have other things to attend to. I will be really very brief and will introduce the subject that we're working on, one of the subjects. Well, you know that for the past 4 years we have witnessed the highest temperatures ever recorded in history, starting 2015 and until today. And we have always witnessed the floods, the forest fires, hurricanes, and unusual earth happenings and weather conditions that every and each one of us in some way have been impacted by. Droughts in different parts of the world and so on, sandstorms that have stopped airports, international airports, from working for so many hours and have impacted the economy of those countries. And all of that is because of what? Is because of us. We, our development, our urbanization, our living and so on. Now, you can imagine 1 out of 9 people, they sleep hungry, while we waste 1/3 of our food, even without eating it. And we know for a fact, a scientific fact, that there is almost 8,000 species that have already been announced extinct. So imagine if we continue our path. And that is all because only 100 years ago we were 2 billion, and now today we are 7, and we are projected to be 9 billion in 20 years. Now, what do we need? We need to scale up, we need to accelerate, we need to actually integrate what we are causing into our policies and programs. And that cannot happen without innovation. And this is the main reason why the 5,000 plus people are here in UNIA and gathering to talk about. So innovation, without innovation, there is no way we can overcome the challenges of our time. This is what Antonio Guterres has mentioned as encouraging all the directors and all the undersecretaries and whole of his heads of organizations to work on. Now, innovation, you might think it is innovation when I, innovate or create a new type of aircraft or a car or whatever. Innovation is not only technology. There are so many types of innovation. Innovation in policy, innovation in technologies, innovation in financing schemes. When you finance sustainable development, when you work with local communities, how do you make the financial or financing available for those local communities without burdening them with loans and what have you? Capacity building is a type of innovation. Social innovation, the work that is being done by the people, the communities and the groups, is also an important type of innovation. We can summarize them into 3 types. One is that you adopt an innovation that is being done or being practiced by somebody into your own situation. The other one is to transfer the innovation from one place to the other. And the third one is a disruptive innovation, which is creating a new thing, changing the paradigms and behaviors and so on. What we have been doing in the Faith for Earth initiative, we have been trying to make sort of a transferring innovation. We have a small team. We cannot do everything, but we are relying on a we're going to be 50 years old in 2 years. So we're relying on a 50-year-old knowledge of UNEP. We have 7 programs. We have different types of, or different areas we work on, like sustainable consumption production, like climate change, ecosystems, biodiversity, environmental governance, and so on. And we have, through that, we have published, came up with scientific facts, data, reports, and so on. But those remain scientific. They remain reports that cannot be comprehended and understood by the general public, by faith leaders, by faith followers, and so on. So our innovation is, in fact, in this small unit, is to transfer and transform this type of scientific innovation into a language that can be understood by everybody. So what we have done, we have reviewed the Sustainable Consumption and Production publication and the Sustainable Living report into a report that can be read and understood and applied in the actual everyday's life by faith leaders and faith followers. For example, we have included in this publication some facts and figures. How much of waste do we generate? How much do we use in the production of such and this and that? And then what we have included is what can an individual do in their daily life, and what can a faith-based organization do to promote sustainable living. And then we have connected that to whatever we in the UN environment we are doing. For example, on the waste, the issue of waste, we have the Think, Eat, Save campaign. It's a global campaign which promotes the reduction of waste and the reuse and so on. And then we brought in some examples from already existing examples from faith-based organizations. In this case, like the Sikh Langars, which is on the production of food for the local communities and how they do not waste or leave any waste behind them. We have a sustainable path that we need to cross. We have to live entirely a sustainable life in our own homes. We can do it. It has already been done. We need just to practice it. We need to promote it by everybody that we know as individuals or as faith-based organizations. Thank you very much. I have been trying to beat my time, and God bless you.
Faithful. Thank you.